All right, guys. Well, I thought I would do a quick live over here because I'm doing a live over on my YouTube channel at 4. I thought I'd just do a quick live over here first. And what we're going to do, let's see. Hi, Ruby Alice. So I'm just going to clean up some finds. I have got loads of finds here from over the last few weeks since all the exhibitions stopped. And yeah, I've got to catch up with all this stuff. I'm not sure if you can see it all. I'm going to tip this down here and move this a bit. So this is some bits and bobs down here. Hi B, hi Mark, hi lots of people. So I've got a load of stuff down here that I just need to sort through. So yeah, I've got the first thing. So I'm not on the foreshore, clearly. I am at home, and the first thing that I'm gonna sort out is this button that I found the other day. It's really pretty. I don't know if you can see it well enough, but this pattern here, this kind of cross-shaped thing, is actually made up of loads of little beaded bits. I'm not sure I'll be able to get that so you can see it, but anyway, I think this is an 18th century button, and I'm really pleased with it. It just popped up the other day. I was having quite a wet day on the foreshore, and I'm going to see if it cleans up with a bit of this before I get any other cleaning methods going. I think it might be pewter. Ancient Oreo, yeah, exactly. It's an ancient Oreo, just the top half, missing the middle delicious bit. No, it's a pewter button, and I think it's 18th century. It's taken quite a bash there, which is a shame. So I think in the river there, it has just like been bashed around. It's taken a real knock across there. And it's also got a bit of this stuff here, which looks a bit like pest, which is a thing that's really hard to get rid of when you see it on lead and tin items. I might be able, I mean, I get a bit heavy-handed with this kind of stuff, so I might just try and flick a bit off. Which might be not a good idea, but it's really bugging me. Hi Nick, hi other people. Let's see. This is only my second live on TikTok, and the other day this guy joined me. He was like from the middle of, I guess he was in Syria or somewhere, trying to raise some money. And I don't think I was quite the target chatter he was looking for. But yeah, so I think I'm not going to accept anyone on today unless they look like they're a real, well, unless they look like they're into the same kind of stuff as me. Should I take some wire wool to this? I'm sure I probably shouldn't, but I'm just going to give it a really light. Maybe not. Come on, where are my button people? I need someone to help me with this because, right, it looks like it could be a bit later, but the face of it, of this button, has a real design like an 18th century lead token. I think it's a 2 or a 3-part button. But there, you can see the back. I'm just going to try and give the back a bit of a clean up. But if there's anything anyone wants to see, then let me know, because I've got my collection out here. And I will show you anything you want to see in my collection. Oh God, there's that horrible cat. There's a cat that comes around here that fights with my cat who's asleep over there. I might join him. I might bring him here to join. Go away, you. He's quite cute, really, actually. When he sees me, he just races off, though, so he's gone. Yeah. All right, let's give up on the old button. There you go. There it is. All right, so I've got some pipes that need a bit of sorting out. Oh, let me just put you down here. So in here there's a whole box of pipes. Hi Bahula and whoever else. So when we find these pipes, they tend to be full of mud here. And if you bring them home and you let them dry, okay, so this is an 18th century clay tobacco pipe fragment. It's got a bit of a stem there and it's got the bowl there. It's pretty much intact on the bowl. It's got a couple of nibbles, you can see. But yeah, when we fish these out, they have a mud clod in them. And sometimes, if you're lucky, when the mud comes out, you can find something in there, maybe a little coin or something. But the other thing is, when you get the mud out, there's quite often a bit of tobacco down in the bottom there. So that is 18th century tobacco just hanging out there at the bottom. Let me get something to try and fish this out. But yeah, there's a couple of, that one's a bit more nibbled. There's a couple that need doing here. See, there's a bit of a longer one. Again, 18th century. Now in here also, I've got this little stein, which is quite a cute thing there. It is, so this here, this black is staining. This is made out of pipe tobacco clay as well. And there you can see where the handle would have been. And this is a really cute thing. I guess it's a bit like a fairing, a Victorian fairing, but it's just like a toy thing or a souvenir thing, but it's really cute. I love that. You can see it's been made in a mould. There's the seam. And it's a shame about the handle. The other thing I love about these, you do see them, you see German ones quite often, but they're usually red clay. So, and I think this must have been either in a fire or it's just the mud from the Thames that has made it this black stained stuff. Right, so I was just looking through my pipes here. If you want to see Philly D, that's not the Philly I know, is it? Oh God. Don't know what that's doing in there. That, well, actually I do, because that's made of pipe clay as well. So if you're joining me now, this is just to show you, these are mudlarking finds. So I'm a mudlark. I go down to the River Thames when the tide is out and I search for historical items. So this here is a wig curler. It's also made out of tobacco clay, tobacco pipe clay. And these were used to set wigs. So like we set wigs now, these were wig hair would be wound around these, and then not the entire wig but parts of the wig would go into an oven to be baked around here, and the heat obviously baked the hair around. Who's that? Sophie Simmons, hi. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you love my page. That's really sweet. Hello. Yeah, so this live is just me rambling on and looking through my finds, but I thought I'd give it a go. Usually, I say usually, that's actually rubbish. The first time I did a live, I was down on the Foreshore, and the next time I do a live, I will be down there too. Oh, right, look, I've got more pipes lurking in here that I haven't cleaned the mud out of. Let's see if I can find a bit of a long pipe. Ah, they're all wrapped up. Hang on. If you want, oh God, so this awful thing happened. We were doing some exhibitions recently. I was born and lived in Chiswick most of my life, right near the Thames. Oh, great. Did you go down there often? Did you go and find stuff? And Erin, oh, thank you for liking my videos. I'm so pleased. I'm going to go live over on YouTube at 4. I just thought I'd do a little warm-up one here. Right, you see this? God, I love this pipe. Someone broke this at the, we did an exhibition. We did an exhibition, a whole month of them in September. And yeah, Sophie, it is amazing that the clay pipes survive, but they are pretty hardy. I mean, they survive in the mud as well. But yeah, so we were doing these exhibitions. This was the last weekend of exhibitions we had. It was at the Roman Amphitheatre under Guildhall. If you haven't been there, you should check it out. We've got a Roman Amphitheatre in London. What's left of it anyway. We've got, you know, part of it's left. Anyway, I was displaying some of my finds. This really nice guy, kind of mature, you know, getting on, was chatting to me, and his coat flicked this off the table and it smashed, and I was pretty gutted because it's a really nice pipe. I'm not beyond gluing it back together. Let's just call it a nice repair. I mean, I could do that because look, that's where it... Anyway, so look, it's got some really nice little... I don't know if you can see that or if it will focus. It's like a little sunburst on either side, and it's a really delicate one. Anyway, let's not dwell on it. Oh, hang on a sec. Right, what's this? Okay, Sophie, have I ever found something that I had to involve the police? No, because the things that I have found that you might call the police for are ammunition. You can throw that back right into the middle of the Thames. So if we find any live bullets or anything like that, we throw that back in. However, I haven't had my time yet with having to call the police, but a number of my friends have. Again, when we were actually this when we were doing the exhibitions, this woman came up to me, and she and her husband had found a gun, a revolver, and what you usually do is you call the police when you're down on the foreshore. So you find something dodgy, you call them when you're down there, and they come and have a look. These this couple, he was a inspector, he was a retired police officer. Anyway, he took it with him. I probably wouldn't have done that, but he took it with him and then called the police from his house, and they came to find it. I don't know if you know Cy Fines. He found something interesting. Actually, yeah, he found something really interesting the other day. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't know if he's released that yet on a video. Here's another nice long pipe. Still not complete. This was probably a church warden, like a really long pipe. Great Britain Toxic. No, I don't think I'm going to go live with you, I'm afraid. So bye. Yeah, Cy did also have quite a what's his TikTok? I'll find him. It's Cy Fines. Oh no, don't worry. I'll talk about anything. It's fine. I don't need to talk about the pipes. Erin, I'll answer that in a second. Loopy Patoope, are you friends with Nicola? Yes, I am friends with Nicola. She is a good friend of mine. And yeah, so go and check out Sai's video. There's one where he's gone on a bottle digging thing, and yes, he had an unexpected visit. I think someone maybe called the what are they called? Anyway, someone called the police on them, and I think it might have been like counter-terrorism or something came down to find to find them in the middle of the woods, but it was all easily explained. Do go and check his videos out. You'll find him really easy. Sci-Finds and Nicola White, Tideline Art. They are both friends of mine. Right, so are there any... Oh, shit. Hang on. I mean, whoops. Is there beef in the Mudlarking? Yeah, there is. Okay, let me answer these in order. So, are there any unspoken or even spoken guidelines with mudlarking? Yes, for sure. So generally, all right, it's different now. It's really grown in popularity, and people like me who share stuff on YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff, and like Nicola and Sai, and like lots of us share our finds on Instagram, etc. We try and be low-key about some of the locations that we go to, because we spend a hell of a lot of time trying to find productive areas or good locations to go and look in. Yes, there's a finite amount of foreshore you can look at, but the foreshore changes, so something that might be productive one month or whatever might change. So we don't tell each other our locations really, unless we kind of know each other well, or we take a shine to someone or whatever. So yeah, we don't really talk about locations. When people like me and Nicola and Sai, when we do videos, I'll reveal locations if they're like really obvious. So like when I'm in the Pool of London area and I'm like right in the centre of town, it's obvious where I am. It's not a big deal. But the other thing is, even when we go to areas that are obvious, there are always productive patches in those areas that you wouldn't necessarily be able to find unless you've been mudlarking for a long time. So yeah, unwritten rules, like don't blab about, don't give everything away, because we take a long time to learn what we should be doing. So is there so I like this question because I like a bit of a gossip. Oh, hang on. Is the mudlarking community friends with the detector? Oh, I see. Sorry. Yes. Right. Okay. Is there beef between mudlarking and detectorists? Not really. I mean, lots of my friends are detectorists as well. So it depends what you're, if you're, I think there's room for everyone. And if you are relaxed and easygoing and sort of understand that there is room for everyone to be there, and, there are no kind of, you don't have to beef with people, then that's fine. Some people who will remain anonymous, I won't snitch, don't like detectorists, and yeah, so I know I've got to really watch it on here. I have to try not to swear. So yeah, so some people don't like detectorists, but it's like some archaeologists don't like mudlarks, some archaeologists don't like detectorists. There is kind of existing beef from years and years and years and years ago, like 70s, 80s. Thank you, Loopy Patoope. Oh, Loopy Patoope, I've got you now. Yeah, Loopy Patoope. Yes, there is beef. There's also beef within the mudlarking community and the way in which people mudlark, what they do, how they go about their business. Nicola White says the best thing ever: just stay in your own lane and you'll be fine. It can be tricky sometimes with conflicting ideas about what is the right thing to do, how you should mudlark, how you shouldn't. Hi, people that are waving. You can insert yourself in drama, I suppose, and sometimes I do, and other times I don't. So anyway, I think going back to unwritten rules, I think absolutely, because we don't all know everything about everything, and one of the greatest things about mudlarking is people have their own specialist areas, and they have their own specialist areas, so we share information. And if, say, there's something, I don't know, the other day, for example, I'm working with this archive in Westminster, and they had something in their collection. I asked Cy Fines and Mike Cuffs about it. When they tell me what this thing is and I share that info, I always make sure I credit. So credit people when they're sharing their knowledge with you. Don't kind of make out that you knew everything yourself. And so that's something that gets people's backs up. What's my favourite find? Well, okay, let me open a case. I've got two at the moment, but they do change. One is on the Mersey estuary because it's massive and I can't take it, and I think there are questions about whether I should take it or not because it's there and maybe it should stay there. It's a huge sandstone block. It's probably about 1/2 metre long by a 1/4 metre thick, and it's got a skull and crossbones, death's head on the top, and then it's got 3 sets of initials. I've shared this quite a lot on YouTube and on TikTok, and it looks like a crude grave marker. It's been checked out by archaeologists and no one can say for sure exactly what it is, but it is an item of interest, and so yeah, it remains on the Mersey estuary. So another one, oh hang on, here we go. I might have to open this because, let me turn this around to you. If it's shiny, you won't be able to see. God, I've just got a table laden with absolute, stuff. Sorry if that's loud and annoying. Right, I'm going to tip you down to see this. Hang on. Let me see. Are there any other questions? Loopy doopy. What else? Right, here you go. Can you see that? So in here, I'll just open it because it's hard to see. So yeah, as I was saying, come over to YouTube for my live at 4 if you want, because I think it will have a bit of a different vibe over there. Oh God, hang on. Amazing, thank you. All right, let me put this, these things are so good, but they are kind of fragile. Right, let me move this glass thing. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Right. This at the moment is, hey, shell spear. Right, hang on. Let me flick this back because I can't really see what I'm doing. So this at the moment is my other favourite find. Let's see if you can you make that out? Sophie, I said, yes, there is some beef, not so much, yeah, there's beef between detectorists and mudlarks, not with me, like loads of my friends are detectorists, I go detecting, sometimes, hardly ever. I don't mind, I think there's room for everyone, but other people beef about it, and there's also beef between mudlarks. You know, that comes and goes, whatever, that's cool, whatever. So that is, I haven't told you what it is, it's a pilgrim's badge, pilgrim's token, pilgrim badge. And so this, it looks kind of, When I tell you what it is, you might laugh because it looks so cartoony. Right, this here. How do I focus on this? If I press this... Nah. All right, let's see. That there is the face of Jesus Christ. There. If you can see it. Thanks for the summary. Oh, you're welcome, Sophie. So look, there's his beard, there's his nose, eyebrow, his hair, and what it actually is, it's called a Veronica. Put your hand behind it. Let's see. You're right there, but the thing is, hang on. I keep trying everything. Oh God. Right. Is that any? I can't see now that I'm doing it. Hang on. Is that any better? Like how the makeup vloggers do, yeah. Might surprise you to know I don't actually watch them, but there. Yeah, it's okay. So what this is a pilgrim badge. It's come from Rome. It is known as a Veronica of Rome. This here is the face of Jesus Christ, the impression of the face of Jesus Christ after Saint Veronica offered her veil for him to mop his brow while he was on the road to Calvary. So it's a bit like the Turin shroud story. What's that? Douglas Magnify app. Oh my God, listen, I'll try and work this kind of stuff out, but I'm a bit behind the times. So yeah, it is representative of the veil of Veronica wiped Jesus' face on the road to Calvary. This dates from 1400 to 1500, and a pilgrim would have left. Just show it on the velvet. Nah, you're probably right. Hang on. Let's see. So a pilgrim would have left this country there. I feel like a jewellery seller. So a pilgrim would have gone to Canterbury and left Canterbury for Rome, walked the Appian Way all the way to Rome, which is a series of different roads. They go on pilgrimage because they need to atone, or they want to be pure, or they're super religious, or, you know, it's a cool thing to do. It's a cool thing to do. They get to Rome. Actually, the spot where they went to was where the Vatican City is now. So I think it was the St. Peter and Paul shrine there. So they go to Rome. They buy one of these, because even in 1400 to 1500, they are like us, and we can't go anywhere without buying something from the gift shop before we leave. So they get one of these, and this would have had a pin on the back here, so like a pin badge. And pilgrims often wore caps, they had staffs to walk with, and they had cloaks, and they put these pilgrim badges after they bought them on their clothing, and then they walked all the way back again. So can you please do ASMR videos? Well, yes. In what sense? Like, what can I know I did it with the bones thing, but that was accidental when I went to the old bone place and went crunching on the bones. I actually didn't mean to. Clinking coins and pipes would sound so lovely. That is true. When I go down to certain places on the foreshore and they are just covered in pipes and beach glass, the tide coming in and out is absolutely lovely. Hi, sorry, blonde. I know you from YouTube. Your voice is a bit... Oh, thank you, James. That's a very kind thing to say. Yeah, so the pipes and the coins are lovely. So the question was, what are my favourite finds? Here's the thing I found just the other day. So I've kind of cleaned it up. Everybody loses their what's it about this, because because it's Tudor and it's Henry VIII, and even though you can't really see much of it, that is a silver, hiya, sorry, it's a silver hammered coin. It's a groat from Henry VIII, and what you can see on there is a bit of the shield there. It's been folded either because it's been knocked in the river and folded, or it's a love token. Usually love tokens are bent into an S shape. I've got one here, in fact, I can show you. Now, that is a Georgian love token. You can see the S shape clearly there. And you can see Britannia. And the date is just under there. Let me see the date. I think it's 1749. So there, that's a love token. You have so much knowledge. Thank you, Sophie. I try. There's the bust of a George. Were they originally S-shaped? Well, that's the S shape. It's bent into that shape. So they were flat. I haven't got another. Oh yes, I have. Here's another Georgian coin. Actually, no, this is a William. But anyway, they were flat, and then a suitor, a chap generally, would bend this and give it to his lady friend who he wishes to give it to, and so that is the love token. But so anyway, here's a silver one. You do find silver ones quite often too, and they generally are S shapes. Now whether this, I mean, it's really hard to say. That might have just been bent in the river. But if you see a video a few videos back, maybe not that many back, you can see me finding it, and it looks like a piece of old, rusty old stuff. So anyway, give it a good clean. How long have you been mudlarking properly? How long ago did you find your first item? Okay, so mudlarking seriously for coming up to 7 years. And the first thing I ever found on the foreshore was a lot earlier than that, probably 2005. I went down to the foreshore for the first time, picked up some pipes and bits of bricks and things with writing on, but then I didn't carry it on. I know Erin, it's really interesting. I didn't carry it on anyway. So 7 years, about 7 years, and my first find when I was properly mudlarking, my first good find. Let's see if I can see it. Okay, we're going to have to get the other thing out. Right, so I'm going to put this down. There, I'll just show you a bit of this tray and then I'll get the other thing out. What have we got in here? Lots of coin stuff. Pirate coin, pirate cob, some Charles I farthings. That's cool. That is an alloy. It's a zinc alloy coin, and it was actually from Nazi occupied Holland. Here are more silver hammered coins. There's another silver hammered coin, another silver hammered. There's another groat. That's the recent silver hammered that's a bit knackered. Okay, I'll put this down. Let me find that thing. Right, hang on. Okay, this is the case of nightmares. Hang on. Off topic here, see lots of instruments. No, that's my partner. He is a musician. I am an artist as well as a mudlark. So that's why there's so many paintings and things. We both paint. I literally just looked at my boyfriend and said, why haven't you bent a coin for me? I know. Outrageous, isn't it? He's a jeweler we love. Oh, that is so cool. That is really cool, yeah. You should go a coin bending, and you can wear some bent tokens on your neck, maybe. I'm an artist as well. Oh, yes, Erin. My art is at marielouiseplum.com. And I do lots of, I'm interdisciplinary, so I do lots of stuff like painting and drawing and printing and all sorts of things. And video and lots of things. Right. Welcome to the Case of Doom. I call it that because, ow, it's a kind of a nice case, but everything, it's a cheapo one and everything falls out of it. Right, here's some stuff. There you go. Right, in this bit here, we've got, oh God, I feel like I feel like I'm one of those quick buy now selling jewellery people. So these are all lead items over here. These are lead tokens I've got. Like these things, 18th century lead tokens. What else have we got? Bag seals, cloth seals, like anti-tamper seals. Right, so one of the first really good things I've found, and I kind of feel like I haven't really topped it actually. Even though I possibly have, but all of this, these are all buttons. Let's see, hang on, what's the next one down? Oh, half empty, coins. Oh, coins and like hardware stuff. This is cool, I love this. So that, all right, I'll do that next. I'll do the first thing. So, I can't see because I put this case of death on here. Hang on. Oh dear. Right. Okay, so here we go. This. No, wrong. This is, it's a seal matrix. It's a fob seal matrix. So it would have gone on a fob change. Since it's just us girlies, will you show us the grossest thing you found? I've got something gross right here actually. So this is a fob chain thing. It would hang from a chain, and it's a seal. So you see on here, it's a wax seal. So on there, it looks a bit like the pelican of piety, which is a pelican, an image of a pelican plucking feathers out of its own breast. And it sort of plucks, it has blood coming out. But I think it's actually a bird with an olive branch. That's what the museum recorded it as. So there. If you can see that. I haven't used it with wax. Everyone asks me this. The reason I haven't is because I've got another Georgian, so this is probably Georgian. I've got another Georgian seal that I bought, and I used some vintage wax, and I got the wax stuck in the seal. It was awful. So I'm going to get some new wax. Obviously I can do it with blue tack. I can do it with anything, but I haven't done it yet, and I don't know why really. We could give it a go now, maybe. Right, so there's that. Do you want to see something gross? Okay. Here's one gross thing. Are you ready for it? Do you want to take a guess on what this gross thing could be? What was the case specially made with the shells? What a great way. Oh, it's a finds case. But it's kind of, you're so ready. Okay, Sophie, do you want to take a guess of what this gross thing is? I don't find it gross at all, but most people think it's gross. It's a body-related thing. Oh, I've got a couple of gross things, actually, I can show you. Yeah, actually, there you go. Dentures. There, 1920s. That was your boyfriend's guess. Yeah, it's pretty gross, isn't it? Look, so it's a palette thing, a retainer. I don't know what it's called. Like, I know, so gross. But we found, We find these all the time. I might have some more down in one of the cases down there. Oh, an eyeball would be a fun find. We do find glass eyes. I say we, I haven't found one. More's the pity, but people do find them. So there's that. I was going to show you this cashew thing. I love it. This is a breath mints thing, box that would have had like breath mints in. And they would have popped out that little hole there. It's like Tic Tacs or something. And I think you can still buy these cashew mints in on the continent. I think you can buy them in Germany. How do I know it's 20s? Because I researched it. So here, and you can kind of tell actually by the style of it. It's been engine turned here. So which was popular at the time. You see that if you have ever seen like an enamel case that's been engine turned, that cloisonné kind of stuff you see. But if you research Hooper's cashew aromatisse, they're actually made in London Bridge. So just there, London Bridge, Great Britain. Oh, the dentures, sorry. So anyway, you can date these. The dentures, I know, probably the 20s, because they came from an area they came from the estuary. And out on the estuary, there are dumps, rubbish dumps. And hi, Amy, is that Amy Fleming that I know? I think it is. You joined the other day, but I forgot to ask. Is it resin? This, it's some, oh, actually, that's also how we know the date. It's some weird kind of, that's, I think, a metal, a tin or something. And this is some weird sort of rubber there. And these little teeth, they wiggle about. If you turn them... They do actually look like my mouth if I do that. If you turn them over, they've got pins in them. You see there? My boyfriend is humming and hawing. Oh God, right, what am I being challenged? Or what's the humming and hawing? I would like to know. I like a good hum and ha. What is it? Let me see if I can find something else gross, because although I can't remember where I've put it. He reckons 30s for. Oh, do you know? Could be. I don't know if as late as 40s. The dump site definitely. There is a newspaper there from the 30s. Floating around on this particular site that everyone keeps finding bits of. Could be right. But I don't believe a word he says. You know what? He could be right, actually. He could be right. I am not an expert in denture dating. So he could be right. I don't mind. I'll take a challenge. That's fine. That looks like it was so uncomfortable. Well, yeah, it could be. I mean, I don't really know. I would have said probably not that bad. Up on your palette there. I don't think I'm going to pop them in. I think I'll give that a miss. Neither is he. Right. My brain's a bit slow today, but if I can find this other gross thing, I will show you it. Oh, I'll leave you with these bits for a minute. People seem to like these quite a lot. I just, nah, it's not really that much to look at down there. Hang on. Right, more stuff. If I can remember where I put this thing, it might be out in another room. And there's another, oh, beads. I mean, for another gross thing, sorry, I'm just scratching my nose on a live. Hi, everyone. Another gross thing, which is gross in a different way. And this might be opening up doors to an argument, but I don't really want to go down. There is a gramophone. It's a phony gramophone. It's a pretend one. found a doll's head on the beach. It freaks. That is so cool. I love doll's heads. I think these are German bisque. Hi, Daniel. Did I study history? No, I didn't. I didn't study history, and yes, I learn now. I wasn't really keen into education when I was younger, so I didn't go to uni. I learnt later on. So these things, this here is shell money. They're called shell money. They're cowrie shells. And they are highly prized items for body adornment, and they were used to trade with. But here as well, I've got to try and squish this down. This is quite a recent find. Now in here, they all go flying down. This here is a trade bead, as well as this one. That's a trade bead. There are others in here, chevron trade beads. I can't see them. Okay, let's see. That's a Boston trade bead. Oh, there's a chevron. So yeah, these are kind of gross in that these beads here were used quite often in the transatlantic slave trade. Yes, Sophie, definitely. The beads are awesome. Well, they are awesome. They're beautiful, but they're also, you know, you can't talk about them without talking about the fact that they were used to trade for spices and other commodities. They were used to trade for easy passage across the seas when our traders would go buying. They would also be traded. Thank you, Erin. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to have to switch off soon. I will do it again. And next time I'll be on the Foreshore, so thank you. They were also used to trade for what was termed as human cargo, which obviously is enslaved people. So, kind of gross. One bead expert, because there is such a thing. Hi Fred. She refers to them as silent witnesses of the past because they are, aren't they? They were there. They were there when all of that was going on. So found a freaky, treading on something. Hang on. Found a freaky clown's head. It's tucked in one of the little wall nooks at Ben Oakley Gallery. Oh, that sounds so cool. Do they know it's tucked in one of the wall nooks, or is that your addition there? The stories aren't... What's that? Oh yeah, the stories aren't. We like that saying. It's stoically... Yeah, it is. With the silent witnesses, yeah, it is. I've just opened... No, sorry, Mohammed, I don't want you to join me. Right, I've just opened this thing. I'm trying to find something in here that's pretty gross. Oh, I've got a cool thing I can show you in here. There it is. Oh, what do you know? There's another denture-related item. I think the teeth have come off of that one. Not quite sure what's happened there. It was my donation to all the other hidden... Oh, that's so cool. I'm going to have a look at that later, the Ben Oakley Gallery. Let's see. It's interesting this. So this second live I'm doing now. So there's 6 people there at the moment. So when I was out on the foreshore the other day, there were loads of you. So I think that's the thing to do, really, isn't it? To do the live ones on the foreshore. Where's this? I can't find it. Right, basically I'll just tell you what I was going to show you because I can't see it. Oh, it's a really gross thing. It's a bit of an enema syringe. So in the 18th century, we had enema syringe. We had smoke enemas, and people would go for this health treatment, and they would have smoke literally blown up their ass. Hi John, hi Farf. Hi Farf. Yes, so this thing, it's made of bone, and it's a really long nozzle. If you go to the Science Museum, oh my god, what bizarre fact, I know. What's that? Then find them and explain the history, but that's a little dishonest, eh? I think my brain's not catching up here. How do you mean, Sophie? So enema syringe, nozzle, yeah, pretty gross. It took us ages to work out what those things were, but if I find it, I'll show you another time. Sorry, it was a split comment. Okay, don't worry. I'm just trying to catch up. Now, this thing is really cool. Does anyone know what this is? I'll turn it. See, it's nice when you get a bigger find, so you can show. If you want good traffic on your live, take stuff and scatter it on the riverbank, then find them. No, never. No, that would be terrible. That'd be a right naughty thing. Yes, sorry, blonde. Exactly. This is. I thought my cat was on the move. He's over. This is what's known as a pinner's bone, and I've got to hop off here soon because I'm going over to YouTube. So this was really someone's livelihood. This was their tool. This is what they used to it's not in the spirit of mudlarking, but it's what do you know what, Sophie? I did catch something fairly recently. I'm not going to say what it was because a few of my friends were on it, but I did think, oh, this is not cool. There were too many fines. So yeah, pinner's bone. This would be used to sharpen drawn wire, which was acquired from the wire drawers, and the pinners would get a load of wire from the wire drawers. They'd cut them to the length they want. They rest it in here, and then they file the wire down. You see how they're pin shaped? So they fired the wire down to make pins, handmade pins. I'm just looking to see if I've got some. There's usually a pin or two knocking around here. Oh well, do you know what? The one time I need some, there'll be some in here. So glad I caught you on live at home. Oh, thank you, Sophie. Oh, this is kind of gross. Here's another gross thing while I'm finding a pin. This is a pewter syringe, and this may have been a veterinary syringe. So there's the syringe there. Fluid comes out of here, and this here, you can see there's a bit of the plunger still in there, so it would have come up there, so you can. And this is often referred to as a syphilis syringe because when there were lots of brothels and lots of people visiting brothels, there was a saying, and that saying was, "One night with Venus, a lifetime with Mercury." If you caught a dose of something nasty, as a gentleman, syphilis, this thing here would be filled with mercury solution. And yeah, my boyfriend's, oh God, yeah, he won't like this, I don't think. And this was inserted somewhere very delicate, down the old chap, down the, yep, urethra, and the the solution would be, taken that way. So there. I mean, we all love to say these are syphilis syringes. It could have been an animal syringe, but I'm saying it's syphilis syringe. Right. before I go and hop over and onto the other place, right, here's a nice pin. There's a whopper of a pin, handmade pin. And if you look carefully, you can see the head is made separately from a separate piece of wire that is wound round the top of the pin. So women and children generally had that task. Lovely job that it was. And also, I'm not the comments, you find such awesome finds, your boyfriend's laughing. That's amazing. Da-da-da-dum. Thank you. So, yeah, I get excited when I find marbles, actually. Are those marble things stoppers? Where are they? Here, over here. Some of them, no, they're not. There is a round stopper here. There's a little cod stopper. That's from a cod bottle. There were some stoppers here. Where have I put them? Hang on. Oh, there is one. I can see one. There's a stopper. Sorry, I keep putting it in the wrong place. Yes, that little, this is from a cod bottle, but it's a smaller than usual one. So anyway, back to the pinner's bones quickly before I go. So the wire was placed in here, unsharpened, and then the pinner would file this down into a sharpened point, turning it and filing it. So yeah, this was someone's livelihood. It's a cow, it's a cattle bone. I think it's a metacarpal. And you can see it's been worked here and it's been shaved away. It's been squared off there. And then these grooves here are where the pins would be placed in. It'd be used time and time and time again to make many, many pins every day. That's so time consuming, it's crazy. I mean, the poor old pinners, they didn't have their own livery guild. So, you know, these were really important pieces of dress item. This is what we used to use before buttons to hold everything in place. So, you know, we went through thousands and thousands of these. And, hey, herb slops. Hey, we went through thousands of these, and you know the poor old pinners. They were under the cosh of the wire drawers, who were, and I don't know if they still are, but they were a livery guild. So yeah, I think that the wire drawers kind of. I need to double check this, but some of the things I've read about them, they were kind of. You know, like pushed about a bit, the pinners, by the wire drawers and what was available to them and how much it cost. And yeah, a bit of a shame. So there's some pins. I've got a whole bunch of pins in here. So you can see, oh, no, you can't see. God, this is really tricky doing. They're all different sizes. Actually, I think that's a modern one there that's sneakily got in there somehow. Oh! Right. There is so much to show you. Oh, did you see this and wonder if that was a stopper? I think it might be, and it's green. Oh, can you see that? Anyway, it's green glass. It may be from like a large pharmacy bottle. Right, what time is it? 3:43. So, yeah, I'm gonna, you can tell I'm getting tired now, I'm sort of fading, but I'm about to go on the live on the other side. So if you've got a YouTube, so cool, I just started a book on mudlarking. Aha, which book have you started? Putting your hand, oh yeah, I will do that. I might get a little prop, like a fan, that I can. Which book have you started reading? I've got a coffee here. It's a bit cold now. I might have a coffee. I think that... Oh, right, okay. That's Laura Maitland's book, yeah. That's correct. She's got a couple of books out. That's the one. Enjoy it. I'm just trying to, every time I go off here, because I'm like sitting in piles of boxes and things. Oh, I'm stuck. Right. The other live's going to be landscape. They don't like it when I go portrait over there. Have a great weekend. Hi, David. Can anyone go out and mudlark? Right, I should have said this earlier, actually. Yes, but you must have a permit. Have a great weekend yourself, Peach. Going to go now. Thanks for teaching us cool things. Thank you, Sophie. Thanks to your boyfriend as well. And I will see you next time, probably when I'm on the foreshore. Yeah, you need to have a permit. Sorry, Lucy, I'm about to finish, so I'm going to say no to your request there. You need to have a permit. And you can apply for that from the Port of London Authority. All right, BT, thank you. Bye, sorry, Blonde. And for anyone who, thank you, Herb. Anyone that is on YouTube, I'll be over there in 15 minutes at 4. Okay, see you soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye.